Meanwhile, it was the breaking news heard around the world in an instant. American bunker buster bombs unleashed to strike at the very heart of Iran's nuclear program. Operation Midnight Hammer was the largest B-2 bomber mission in U.S. history, and its success was thanks to the 4,000 personnel working behind the scenes. And now, for the first time, we're getting a behind-the-scenes look at how they pulled it off. NewsNation's Kellie Meyer was the very first reporter to sit down with the key players involved in that unprecedented mission. Kellie, I'm so looking forward to this story. Good evening.
Yeah, hey there, Hannah. It was an incredible day at Whiteman Air Force Base. I was able to step into one of those B-2 bombers that flew that now historic journey. But as you mentioned, what we learned there was the operation was much more than just those B-2 pilots. It was the 4,000 plus men and women at Whiteman Air Force Base that they say made this mission a success.
That contains all the survival gear a pilot would need.
A mission of this magnitude.
This one will strap across the fronts.
Okay. Depends on more than just premier pilots.
This over here.
This largest B-2 mission in U.S. history, all made possible by the 4,000 men and women at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, who wait around the clock for the call. We got a rare opportunity to meet some of them.
I don't think I've ever seen a camera in this facility before.
So we're really giving people an inside look at what it's really like.
Yeah, think about it like a football team at practice, right, where everybody's got their different roles to play. So we practice that multiple times a year.
Starting with hand-picking the pilots, a job for Colonel Whittela and Colonel Kennish.
When we stepped the crews out to go fly, it felt like stepping a bunch of close friends out and maybe even some family members out to go fly because this is just such a small community.
The identity of the pilots kept private due to the dangerous nature of the mission. For the commanders, secrecy is key to everything they do at the base.
So the family members did not understand, what was going on with the mission until it was announced to the world.
But even before, the pilots flew 18 hours nonstop from Missouri to Iran with 14 bunker busters in tow. Those 30,000-pound bombs were loaded very carefully by Chief Master Sergeant Frank Espinoza of the 509th Maintenance Group and his team.
Can you talk about how you get this size weapon onto that aircraft and what goes into that part of it?
There's a trailer behind me where the weapon is in, and that is controlled by this power control unit.
Okay.
And what's really incredible is that the average age of the person that drives this is between 18 and 22 years old. And over 500 steps that they have to memorize in order to get that bomb into the bay. Right?
500 steps.
500 steps.
Wow.
Yeah. You can only get it right one time. Wow. If you don't do it right or you hit the aircraft, the mission is done.
Then there's the gear.
So the last piece of equipment is your helmet.
Wow. It's very noise canceling.
It is.
Where one misstep could cost the mission.
So I think altogether it's about 35 to 40 pounds of total equipment you put on.
Every piece is triple checked.
The night before they took off in the mission, they all came down and got refitted to make sure all their equipment fit correctly. They made sure that all the survival vests were packed and loaded and ready to go for our aircrew to come out, check them out, and then get ready to go fly the mission.
And finally, just before the flight, Colonel Whittela, just 3 days on the job, had one of the biggest responsibilities of all.
I realized I got to give a speech at the end of this. I've got to give the go to war speech as the wing commander. So I kind of changed my focus and wrote that out.
Can you share any bit of that speech?
I told them that they were stepping out the door in the finest tradition of what it means to be an airman and the finest tradition of what it means to be part of the 509th Bomb Wing, that they had my confidence and that I knew that they would succeed.
What happened here at Whiteman is a lasting legacy this group of dedicated professionals leaves behind, while the next wave gets back to work.
The impact of that strike, I think, will make some of our adversaries second guess their planning going forward. In that regard, I think this historic strike will make a difference in projecting peace through strength.
While the commanders and President Trump call the strikes a success, experts continue to weigh the effectiveness and just how far they set back Iran's nuclear program. There's also a growing concern that it could have pushed Iran closer to adversaries like Russia and China. Today, Iran's nuclear chief is in Moscow. He says that the two countries are set to sign an agreement that could mean Russia building 8 nuclear power plants in Iran. Hannah?
Kellie, thank you for that update. Also, you look really good in that pilot uniform. Not bad at all, my friend. Great story. Thank you, Kellie Meyer. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.